Hi everyone, it's Jen from You So Much, and today I want to talk about the customer journey. So one of the things that I always talk about is that when you are writing a sales page, you should really start out the page by really talking directly to the customer and addressing what their needs are. And one of the things I often say to people is to really imagine where the customer is at. And what I mean by that is, what have they been through to all of a sudden right now need you and your product or service. So one of the things that you can really do to help you understand the journey that they've been through and how you can help them achieve their fantasy, right? Achieve the life that they want to live and become the person that they want to be, is to really truly have that empathy for the customer and really understand that journey that they've been through. And so my best tip for really understanding the story behind your customer, the journey that they've been through, is to think like a journalist. And what would a journalist ask in an interview to get a good background story from your customer? And so I use the who, what, when, where, how as a guideline for the kind of questions that I would ask to figure out what it is that they've been through and then how you can help them. The first question you want to ask is why. Why do they want my product and service? If you're a health coach, for example, you want to ask, why do they want to get fit? Well, because they want to look good in their jeans. Then keep asking that question though. Why do they want to look good in their jeans? Well, because they want to be attractive. Well, why do they want to be attractive? Well, because they want a boyfriend or whatever it is, right? So really dig deep so you can truly understand why they would want that from you. So then you want to ask yourself, well, what does this mean to them? What will happen to them if they get fit? They'll be able to go on more dates. They'll be able to have a better shopping experience, enjoy trying on swimsuits and jeans. They'll feel better at events that they've got coming up, whether it's a holiday party or a reunion or something like that, right? So you want to really dig deep and think to yourself, what will this mean? What is the return on investment to them if they get what they're looking for with your product and service? And then you want to ask yourself, when did they start wanting this? And why have they not done it so far? So in other words, maybe it was only a couple years ago because they turned 40 and all of a sudden their bodies changed. Or maybe it's because of another change that happened to them in their work, and also they're telling themselves different things too, right? They're telling themselves they've gotten older, they're telling themselves it's in their DNA, they're telling themselves excuses too. So really think about everything that they might be telling themselves about why they're in the situation that they are in to need your product or service. So really think about when this has happened to them, when they started wanting a solution, and what have they actually tried already before they've found you, and maybe they've tried a lot of other things and you are the first time they feel like there's a solution for them. And then finally, you want to answer the question, how will you help them? How will you do that? And also remember, don't get too far into this with your copy as far as what they need to do to get it. Just how will you help them get it? They may not want to know that they have to work out an hour a day or never eat potatoes again, right? And I'm just using these examples because I know that's just silly. But the point is highlight for them how you're going to help them, not necessarily all the details in between. You just want to make sure that they understand that you're going to help them and how you're going to do that and how it might be different than anything else that they've tried before. And then the last question you want to ask yourself is, what happens if they don't solve their problem? What happens if they don't get fit? And it's not necessarily that they don't work with you, but what is it that will happen to them in their life if they don't take action right now to help them become the person that they want to be? And so all of these questions will really, really help you understand the journey that they've been through. So when you're talking to them in any of your marketing communications, whether it's on a sales page or a newsletter or a Facebook ad, you really understand the journey that they've been through and where they're at right now to want to solve their problem and find a solution that will help them live their fantasy life. And as I mentioned earlier, one of the best places to use this information is in the first couple paragraphs of your sales pages, because when they are reading that sales page, they feel like you really understand them and what they've been through and that you're going to have that solution for them. And if you guys would like a free template of a sales page, I have one on my website. I'll leave the link for you up above and down below. And if you guys have any other thoughts, I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below too. As always, don't forget to write down your own fantasies because words make it real.